What up, YouTube and my warriors out there? This is Little Rowdy. I want to speak on something. I'm gonna tell you a little story. This is gonna be the city people versus the country people, and the different ways of life they are or they do, and the different things they hold dear to them. It's a mind-blowing thing, man. Y'all know I'm from the city. I'm from up north city. Like, my neighbor was Canada. Them Canadians just come across the border all the time and play us in hockey and destroy us. But it was fun times back in the day. Yeah, so I came down to the south about 2.5 years ago. And I'm talking deep south. Like, you ain't getting no further south than this, and unless you're gonna hit water. I mean, whatever. But all right, so as I was growing up, and this is just my perspective on it, and I'm not talking trash about anybody, it's just the different ways of life I seen when I was growing up, when I came down here, just stuff like that. But, and if you like this video and you want me to do more like it, hit that like, hit that subscribe, because you know I'm out here trying to help people and animals, trying to take care of animals. I'm gonna start doing videos on the animal thing. I mean, I've been throwing animal videos out there, but I'm gonna start doing to where I have animals, and so y'all, you know, might like that. I seen y'all like the animal stuff. So anyways, let's get started with this. So I come from the big city. It was wild up there, and y'all have people, I don't know, they were born a boy, now they want to be a female and all that stuff. That's been going on. That ain't nothing new. It might be new down here, but that's been going on up north. But as I was growing up, I noticed in the south, it's always yes ma'am, no sir type thing. Up north, there's some families that do it, but not very few. Like, if you say sir or ma'am to somebody up north, they get offended. Most of them, they'll say, how old do I look? Or, I work for a living, don't call me sir, ma'am. That kind of thing. They get a little upset about that. Down here, everybody does it. I see adults doing it to kids. It's like a respect thing, and I'm trying to, you know, jump on that train of respect. I'd show everybody respect. But down here, it's a different type of respect. Like, it's different. Up north, there are women that do it, but you'd be lucky to get a woman that knows how to cook. And I didn't know that. I thought, you know, because nobody needs anybody up north. And, you know, I mean, men can do for themselves, women can do for themselves. That kind of thing. You got a lot of Barbies up north, you know, eye candy, that kind of thing. And they just chase money. That's it. They chase money. The minute you lose your job or go broke or something, they gone. You always wondering what they're doing when you're at work, that kind of thing, man. Eye candy ain't gonna stick around. You know, beauty fades with age. So I believe you gotta come to the table with something. You gotta offer something. And I believe if you're in a good relationship, you're always trying to get your partner to do better. That's what I believe. That's where I stand. Down here in the south, people are married forever. Like, they married when they're teenagers, and they still married, and they're 80 years old, like, and love each other like crazy. Down here in the south, also, when the women cook, they cook for an army. Like, there'd be 6 people eating that, coming over for supper, and boy, it's like Thanksgiving dinner every day. And they can cook, man. Everything tastes different down here. Now, I'll get to that in a minute. But down here, my perspective on it and what I've been around. It might not be everybody, but the kids eat first, then the women eat, then the men eat. Even if the female ain't got a job, she's a homebody. Like, she's taking care of the kids and all that, and the man out there working every day. The kids eat first, then the women, then the men. So, and that makes sense to me. You know, you take care of your family. That's why you go to work. You go to work to take care of your family. So, the men, you know, they make their plate after all the women and children make their plates. Some women down here will make their man's plate. That's respect like crazy. I ain't never seen. Yeah, it's crazy. The men down here are, well, to me, they're real men. Like, because I don't believe a man should be real sensitive. I don't believe he should, like, it ain't, you can cry. That don't make you a sissy. It's just, you know, the way I was brought up is the way I brought up. Men are supposed to work, love their families, take care of their families. I mean, I was with a lot of men up north that, yeah, they'd take care of their families, but they were pretty rough with their families. You know, you can't be a badass or a tough guy all the time. You gotta, like, the way you talk to the men down here, with the way they talk to their children, you can tell they love them. The way they talk to their women, you can tell. That's all love right there. They're sensitive with them, you know. Yeah, it's good. They party hard too, buddy. They party hard, boy. And they don't just go to a house party and, you know, drink and dance and jump up and down and be rowdy like that. They go out in the woods, grab four-wheelers and trucks, music playing. They go mudding. They shoot. They do crazy things. And I mean, it's fun too, and nobody cares because they ain't hurting nobody. They ain't bothering nobody. Yeah, it's a great time down here. Everybody has guns down here, which is another crazy thing because where I came from, nobody really had guns. They don't carry guns around. They don't have guns in their trucks. Down here, everybody does. Everybody has a gun. Everybody has several guns. Shoot, the first time I seen it, I thought I was talking to somebody in a militia. I'm like, dang. What you need 30, 40 guns for? What the hell? But yeah, they just like to have fun. They like to protect their families and live the constitutional way. Like, they love their country, and I love that about them because I love my country. They love that flag. Most people down here in the South will die for that flag. Same as me. Maybe not the government, but the flag in this country, we fight for it. And that's why I respect them. It's a different kind of respect. Up north, my run-ins were, there's some good people up there. There are a lot of good people up there. It's just minimal. Because, you know, remember, I come from a big city where a lot of homeless, a lot of people trying to get over on you, a lot of people trying to rob and steal from you. I remember sitting in my living room one time watching TV and the door got kicked in. Coming to steal my stuff. And that happens. Like, that's not, you know, it's too much crime and not enough police up there. Or the police just don't care anymore. I mean, you wanted to defund them anyway, so why show up, right? Why put yourself in that danger when people don't really respect you anyways? Down here, though, it's different. Ain't nobody doing that. People keep the doors unlocked, keep their cars unlocked. You can trust people down here. Yeah. Unless it's a crackhead. Don't trust a crackhead. Don't ever do that. You'll get hurt every time. But yeah, the food tastes different down there. They have things down here that we don't have up north. They got sweet tea. You ask for sweet tea up north, they're going to look at you like you're retarded. They're going to hand you a packet of Sweet and Low. Man, that stuff is like crack right there. I'm addicted to sweet tea. When I first came down here, I ain't never had it before. They got stuff called what's that stuff called? Oh, okra. It's a little green plant thing. I'm not even quite sure what it is, but you fry it up and you pop it in your mouth, and good Lord, that's some good stuff. But don't eat too much of it though. If you're a Yankee and you come down here and you want to try the new things, don't eat too much of it. It'll mess you up if you do. Oh, just checking on my well. Yeah. They got a lot of stuff. Like when I first came down here, they had what's called biscuits and gravy. You know, up north we call that stuff sauce. It ain't gravy. And I kept wondering why they keep putting that sauce, that white sauce, on that bread. What's wrong with these people? And as soon as I ate it to try it, I was like, I'll give it a go. I know why now. Yep. I know why now. It's cheap, it's basic, and it's delicious. Biscuits and gravy, that's another good go-to. What we use for bait up north, a little crawfish, these people down here eat it. And I kid you not, they will have a whole community. They fry up like boil like 500 of them, put some potatoes in there, some corn, and some kind of crack seasoning they put in there because it tastes wonderful. And they will have the whole community come together and eat with them. So they break bread with everybody, and everybody having a good old time. There's a lot of fishing and hunting down here. I ain't used to that either. I love fishing. I'm not much of a hunter. But yeah, there's a lot of that down here. There's a lot of trapping, man, I've been learning so many things about the South and meeting good people, and been teaching me a little something. But if you come down here and you from the North, you a Yankee, don't you ever fall for it, because they like to have a good time with y'all. So you can take my experiences and not do what I almost did. There's a thing called one guy wanted me to bird hunt with him. Let me tell you about that bird hunting. It's not fun at all, and it's a trick. Okay, it's called snipe. They want you to go snipe hunting with them with this little bag and this flashlight, and you're out there cocooning in the middle of the night looking stupid. They're laughing their butts off, and then they leave you in the woods. No, not me, sir. No way. I had a friend that was from the South, and she ended up saying, don't go with them boys. They're going to leave you out in the woods. Quail might be, or snipes might be a real thing, but that's not how you hunt them, and they will leave you. It's a trick. There's a lot of cool things out here, though. They just like to have fun. I'm sure they would have picked me up, but I'd have been freaking out because it was a city boy in the middle of the woods at 11, 12 o'clock at night. Yeah, that's a scary situation right there. That's where I would have went to. That's life or death to me right there. That's life or death, because there's bears down here, and I mean, I grew up with bears though. Black bears, I grew up with black bears, so I'm not scared of a black bear. I know how to deal with them. We used to fish on the creek, on the riverbed, and catch trout, and the bears would wait on you and come steal your bait all the time. And I seen them men when I was a little kid slapping them right on the nose, because a black bear ain't but 200 pounds. I mean, I weigh more than 200 pounds. I'm 230 pounds, 6 foot. So they might be strong and everything, but if you show dominance to a black bear, he gonna take off. The only time a black bear will mess you up is we got babies. Then you don't mess with it. That bear will tear you up. Yeah, but that's just my experience coming down to the South. I got many more, but I need y'all to like, subscribe. Oh, one more thing. Women down here ain't afraid to speak up. They're in charge down here. And their family, that's like the backbone of the family, is the women. They raise the kids. They're pretty hardcore women. You gotta think though, these women grew up wrestling hogs and cows and out there in the woods hunting, and they seem pretty manly girls. I mean, they're pretty too. So kind of threw me off for a minute, but Don't get me wrong though, they whip your ass. Them country women won't take no BS. If you disrespect a country woman, they gonna tear you up. They ain't afraid to speak up and put you back in line. Know your place. And don't ever get in an argument with one of your neighbors, because these country people, the whole family lives around each other. Like, you know, you might be fighting Jimbo right here next door, but his brother live across the street, his mommy and daddy live 2 houses down, his sister lives over here, his cousin lives over here. So don't mess around like that, man, because they will protect each other. They group up, which is a good thing. You're always supposed to look out for one another. But yeah, you come down to the country and got a problem with one of them the whole time coming out. Like, you fighting every one of them, which is a good thing. I respect that. It ain't that way up north. At least with me, I had friends that would leave me in a fight. I'd get in a fight and they'd leave me. They usually start it too, and then I'd stand up and do battle, and they would take off, and I'd be doing battle all by myself. Them ain't real friends. That's how it usually worked. But yeah, if y'all want to hear more, like, subscribe. I'll do more, because I got plenty more. I got some situations that I came across down here that pretty scary, because I just didn't know any better. So if you like and subscribe, I'll do another video and tell you the very awesome details, and it'd probably make you laugh. It's funny to you, not to me, because I had to go through it. But now I know better. So be good to one another. This is Little Rowdy. Love everybody. We don't need to fight. We just need to love and respect each other. Like, subscribe. Rowdy out. Unshielded Warriors. Bye, everybody.